What's up, everybody? How you doing? How's everybody doing today? Let's get the sound on. Is the sound working? Boom. Sound is working. Sound is on. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I got to make a quick adjustment to the lighting situation, but don't worry, friends. You're hearing the sweet, subtle sounds of my voice. I will be in front of the camera shortly. I am excited to do today's live stream. Boom, shakalaka. Oh, just gotta fix this one light. I gotta redo the battery in this light. I just wanted to go, what is this? Something, wow, now we're having trouble. Hello, everybody. There we go. What's up, citizens of Gotham? How are you? Let's get some better lighting going. Hello, Farkas, Byron, Ramal, David, Lawrence, Little Rock, Freddie, Darkasio. Shane Caldwell, hello from New Zealand. What's up? Is it Shame or Charnay? Charnay? Austin Voight, what's up? Adrian, Truth to Tweet, hello. Keith M. Boom. What's up from Moss Beach, CR? Brain piece. I drank it too fast. I drank my smoothie too fast. When that happens, put your tongue on the top, on the roof of your mouth and press it up there, and it minimizes the brain freeze. Charnay, that's how you pronounce it? Right on. Never been to New Zealand, really want to go there. Do I got a ninja? Maybe I do. Did I see the Twitter account End Citizens United has endorsed Joe Biden? Ugh, what a bunch of lunatics. What's up, Irish Keith? What's up from Dallas, Texas? What's up, Big D? Love Texas, man. Ron and I had a good tour through there. Ooh, man, I keep... It's a good smoothie, but it is freezing my brain, ladies and gentlemen. Today's smoothie is unsweetened organic almond milk. Put a little bit of bee pollen in there. Frozen organic banana. Frozen organic strawberries. I don't use ice. I just freeze the fruit. That's the trick. That's the secret. Frozen power greens, which are like spinach, kale, spirulina. 1 spoonful of unsweetened organic peanut butter. I went crunchy. Crunchy peanut butter is amazing. And then 1 scoop of vegan protein powder. That's how we feed the vegan guns, kids. That's what feeds them. 113 watching, 32 likes. Hit the like button. A brain freeze deserves a William Shatner voice. Gah! My smoothie froze my brain. What's up, Mendocino, Indiana? Wait, Mendocino, North Northern California, right on. Yes, that's what Biden's problem is, Truth to Tweet. His brain freeze. He just drinks too many smoothies and milkshakes. So he'll be fine, President, if we just get him on some room temperature liquids. Oh. Status Quo got their Flint investigation published today through Vice. Wow. Crazy. Very few carbs. I wonder if William Shatner's watching my show. I hope he is. Good afternoon. Hit the like button, citizens. Oh, that smoothie was good. When are you gonna live stream on Rockfin? Okay, so I'm setting up a deal with Rockfin to we're gonna pick a day, 1 day a week that's gonna be like my day. And that's what Rockfin is trying to do. Like Convo Couch and Nico and everybody is getting like a day of the week. That's what they want to start doing. So I'm working that out with Rockfin. I just got this piece of equipment that I think I haven't tested it yet. I didn't have time to test it today before today's live stream. So I really want to, when I get my camera dialed in, have a better not this shitty webcam that you guys are looking at. I'm sorry. The camera, when you watch my regular clips, is a lot better. So once I figure that, I think this piece of equipment works. I'm trying to get this Elgato cam link. I ordered one from this website like a week or 2 weeks ago. It seemed kind of sketchy. And it hasn't shown up yet. And I don't know. And now all these Elgato cam links are sold out everywhere. Over like $130. The one I got was like 60. It hasn't shown up yet. So I got this other piece of equipment from Best Buy, their Insignia brand, and I just got it and I haven't tested it yet. So I don't know if it works. But anyway, I don't want to bore you with all that tech crap. Once I get the good camera on my live streams, then I'm going to start live streaming. And then I got to learn. I have OBS where I, once I learn that, which I've already played with it a little bit, then I'm going to launch doing at least one live stream a week on Rockfin. But don't worry, that's going to happen. That's in the works. Come on, Graham, put that nice yellow vest on. Tech crap turns me on. You know what time slot I'm thinking of for the Rockfin thing? I don't know yet. We're really going to go we're going to figure that out. We're going to find the best time slot. Like, I've been toying around with different time slots. The reason I'm going at 5 o'clock today is usually Jimmy goes around this time. So I don't want to go the same time as Jimmy, since so many of you watch that show as well. But I'll figure that out. Once I know, I'll announce it again. Please follow me on Twitter at Graham Elwood, because I will be announcing stuff on Twitter. Also, if you two and the big gooks deplatform me, you're going to have to follow me on Twitter to Rockfin is my backup plan for if I get the big deplat. So did you just go from feeling good about supporting some small electronics site to realizing most of them out there? I want to support a small site, but I don't know. Like, I want to support the small business owner. I'm a small business owner, but there's one, like, I got no confirmation email. I got nothing when it's going to ship. Nothing. I don't know. I don't know if it was a scam or what. And it's like, I want to support them. No, you do not have to pay for Rockfin. All my videos that are free on YouTube are free on Rockfin. So you can watch everything for free. And please, what they call endorse, which is just like liking a video. They have a premium level for $10 a month on Rockfin, where you get all of the premium content on the whole platform for free. Kind of like YouTube's Red subscription was. So if you do that, it's $10 a month. Please subscribe through me, rockfin.com/Graham Elwood. And then you get everybody, Ron, Convo Couch, Nico, you get everybody's free stuff on Rockfin, or premium stuff on Rockfin. But all my videos that are on YouTube are on Rockfin. So you can watch Rockfin for free. And when you endorse my videos, I get paid in cryptocurrency there. That's how they pay us. God, this is pandering girl. Hello, fellow teetotal person. Yes. This smoothie's so good. Fantastic. Let's get some of Gotham's water. Well, the water's fine. I'm Obama lying about Flint, Michigan. And I strong-armed Bernie to drop out. And Bernie's weak enough to do it. Now we're all endorsing rapist Joe Biden. So going back to the small business, the website, though, the reason I'm really suspicious of a small site that doesn't send me emails and stuff is because I'm a small business owner. I'm one guy, and I sell merch. If you go to grahamelwood.com, if you I've integrated buying through PayPal. So when you buy at my site, you get an email. It's through PayPal. And when I create a shipping label and mail it, then you get another email going, your product is shipped. You're sent a tracking number. So like I use the stuff that makes it so you don't feel like it's so professional. And like if you go to grandmella.com, I got the Make Gotham Great Again shirts are on sale for $15. I'm never making those again, so I'm just unloading them. There's only small, medium, and 2Xs left. And then I've got the Political Vigilante shirts. And everything's free shipping. So like I know how to run a website, and you're just sending me a little piece of electronic equipment. So if you're a small business, I know how to do. I can do this in my apartment. Like I have boxes of merchandise, and I just stick the envelopes and I print labels that are. It's all so it's not that hard. So when I get a website that's a small business that's like not designed well, I'm like, how hard is this, man? I can figure this shit out. Yeah, and Amazon does have some shit products. Shimshay needs to be a weekly thing. Yeah. I'll do more. What I've been doing, Shimshay and Granny Petrol, I've been doing them on the Zoom comedy shows. So Ron and I have committed to as long, at least the next 3 weeks or so, every Saturday, 5 o'clock Pacific, we're doing these Zoom comedy shows. And you always see Shimshay there and Granny Petrol. So those are those shows are $5. So if you Ron Placone is the ticket link, I believe. You know what? I can post it here. So Saturday, 5 p.m. I see the Po Boys are dropping a Lansing with your thing. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in Michigan and Kentucky. Actually, let me look that up since some of you just brought that up. We can talk about that. I was building some segments that I'm going to do in a sec. Hit the like button. Governor post stay-at-home faces virus hotspot. Oh, God. These stupid idiots in these states where they don't want to do stay-at-home orders. But that dumb preacher, no, God will protect us. He just died from COVID. Way to go. Wow, that's insane. Oh. I haven't seen anything in here. Oh, ALC is finally talking about Joe Biden's sexual assault things. Way to go. Are you going to still endorse him, you fucking sellout? I'm done with the Democrats. I'm done with Bernie and AOC and everyone else. Done with them. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Don't need you anymore. I'm not voting for your rapist. Stay-at-home ordering. I think it's not going to affect them. All right. Good luck. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Yeah, I don't see anything on the Michigan, Kentucky things. I don't even know what that is, but let's answer some super chats. I'm just voting for Teresa Railford for Portland mayor. Here's what I would suggest doing. I was going to maybe write in Bernie, but now he's telling me it's irresponsible to vote for Joe Biden. So I can't give Bernie my vote anymore. I'm sorry. He sold me out. He's just too disappointing. So I'm going to vote third party. And here's why I would suggest that. I'm going to see who it's going to be. I think there's Howie Hawkins and there's this other woman that's running in the Green Party primary. And her name is, let me break up her name. I'm sure some of you already know her, but Ann Garrison sent me her info. Dario Hunter is a Green Party presidential candidate. May still have time to win the nomination. Yeah, and the problem, yeah. So I'm going to try to get her on the show because I want to talk to her. I won't vote for Howie Hawkins because I can't vote for Russiagate bullshit. I can't do that. But if Dario Hunter, I'm going to find out more about her. So if she's like solid and has her shit together, I might endorse her, and we'll see what happens. There's a lot of time. I will vote third party. And here's why I suggest whatever, and we got time until November to vote third party, unless you're in a state that's still having a primary. Here's why I suggest voting third party in November is if they, first of all, if they start polling and getting 5% of the vote, they can be on the debate stage. Now, both parties will fight tooth and nail to keep them off, but that is a thing. And also, they track how many third-party voters get. So I don't recommend. Here's why. And I know the election process is all bullshit, but they do keep track of it. The powers that be. And when they see, millions, tens of millions of people vote for a third-party candidate, they pay close attention. They said Gary Johnson got 7 million votes and Jill Stein got 1 million votes last time. I bet you they both got more and they stifled it and they went, holy shit. So I think it's important to vote third party just to show them we're sick of your crap and we're going to show up and vote against your two-party bullshit. That's why I think personally it's important, to vote for someone. Say, I showed up today to vote against your duopoly. That's what the third party vote is saying. And the more of us that show up, the more it's like screaming at them, fuck you and fuck your bullshit. And we want Medicare for all, we want all these things, and you're not giving them to us. That's why I think it's important. Just to weigh in on that. And hopefully, I would love to see if somebody creates a real third party, if a People's Party or a Labor Party gets formed, that I would really be down with. That I would really be down with. 4 years ago, the only two viable third parties were like the Libertarians and the Greens, and I just aligned more with the Greens than I did with Gary Johnson and the Libertarians. But I'm glad he ran and got all those votes. 335 watching, 145 likes. Hit the like button and share this out on your social media. Come on, everybody, like it up. Let's do some super chats, and then we'll get into some segments. I got some hot, fresh political vigilante segments to jam down your live stream holes. Whoa, too aggressive, Graham. That's too vegan gunny. Bum, 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 bum. Pat, the Batman fan. Kennedy's also against. No Jimmy Dore show tonight. Yeah, that's my understanding. Edwin Dunning, shave your knuckles for justice. Edwin, got my ticks for this Saturday Zoom. Right on. You know what? I got to put that ticket link up there right now. This is the Saturday Zoom show. This will be our fourth one. They're super fun. There's only 100 tickets available. So first I'm going to put it here on the live stream so you guys get it, and then I'm going to put it on my website, granella.com. Burber, burber, shabba, booba, booba. Burber, 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 burber. Bum, 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 bum. There you go. And then please go to rockfin.com/Graham what blockchain cryptocurrency platform. That's my backup plan. I started dumping all my videos on there last spring when they came into me, and I just have been putting all my videos on there ever since, in the back of my mind going, well, if Googie and the UT get deplatform me, that's my backup. And after what happened last Sunday when they just cut my stream and threatened, they didn't give me a strike, because if you get 3 strikes, it was a warning, which is make sure you censor yourself, is what they want me to do. So that and why So just I'll give you a breakdown of how it works. So YouTube, I get paid by the super chats, like what you're doing. I get all of that. That's called transactional revenue, and I get paid when you watch the ads on YouTube. That's why I always say if you click skip ad, I don't get paid. So let the ads play. That's how I get paid on YouTube. Rockfin pays you exclusively on cryptocurrency. They mine their own currency called Ray, R-A-E, and all the content creators get paid with Ray. So Rockfin creates its own Ray currency and puts it out there to the content creators, and content creators can sell it. And then so there's some Ray that's all just bought and sold on the open market, like Bitcoin or any of the other ones. The fact that we all own Ray means all the content creators are part owners in Rockfin, which means somebody like Google or Facebook or whatever can't just come in and buy it. So they came to us last spring and were like, here, they gave us a deal to start putting content on there, and we did. And then when that, then I said, we've all just keep posting stuff on there. So that's, and I would encourage you to start watching over there. I mean, YouTube right now is great, but they're censoring everybody. And I'm not like trying to get deplatformed from YouTube, because YouTube is look, the thing about Rockfin is awesome, and I know those guys, and they're cool. There's like 12 employees in Austin, Texas, or something like that. It's just not as built out. They don't have the money and the technology. What they're doing is cool. YouTube is amazing in terms of just a platform for content creators. It's amazing how well it's set up. And I have fans, all over the world because of YouTube, which is fantastic. But let's all start, just watch some videos over at Rockfin and hit the endorse button over there, share, just let's all start. Let's get ready. So if you go, and so anyway, to the show this Sunday, so this show Sunday, go to grahamelwood.com and you get access to the show this Sunday, which is a Zoom show. It's called Rockfin, R-O-K-F-I-N. YouTuber versus Hollywood, yeah. 7,000 followers on Rockfin. Yeah, it's growing over there. That's fantastic, and they're growing their platform. They need more content creators. If some big name people, I think Jimmy said he's going to start posting videos there soon. Somebody like that brings all of their followers over there. Then yeah. Can someone send Graham a new mic? What's wrong with this one? Is the volume low? Or what? Graham, do any political tendencies reach out to you for an interview discussion? I'm not sure what a political tendency is, but people ask me to talk all the time. Thank you, Octavio. Rockfin is the name of it, R-O-K-F-I-N. Little bit of a fuzz. Is it this because is it like rubbing up against my shirt? Is it? Yeah. I move around a lot. Look, I know I should probably just break down and get a big fancy mic right here and talk into it, but I like moving around. I'm going to hit my arm. I'll see what I can do. I need a Sennheiser. No, Jimmy didn't hurt my feelings in my brain. Oh, Kimberly, right on. We'll see you Saturday. Just lose the shirt. All right, you got it. We'll go shirtless, man. It's the vegan guns that get in the way. I'll get Ron's big dick mic, that big silver crank that he talks in it. So I see me rub my chest. Fuzzy when you talk. Fuzz cuts out when you aren't talking. Okay. All right, well, we'll deal with it. Cat B, what's up? You were watching the Trump video. Oh, the Darth Buzzkill, the YouTube or the Zoom comedy show, they go around an hour and a half. It's $5. And there's only 100. We can only sell 100 tickets on Zoom because Zoom has a cap. If you want to do more than that, it's like $200 a month or something. It's way too expensive. So, and what we do is we tell people to kind of like, you know, keep your mics. If you have noise in the background, keep your mic off. But we tell a handful of people to sort of turn their mics on so that we can hear laughter. So it makes it fun for us, the comedians, to hear the laughter, and then all of you get to hear other people laughing. And so we're trying to create as best we can that community of laughing in a comedy club. There's nothing like being at a live comedy show. There's nothing like it. So can't find Zoom tickets. Just go to grahamelwood.com. You should see. Yeah, I'd like to interview Jordan. The $10 a month on Rockfin, no, that's not a must. Rockfin has free videos. You can watch my videos for free. The 10 is the premium level on Rockfin. So myself, other content creators put some videos on there's like premium videos. All the videos I put on Patreon that you have to pay to see, I put those on Rockfin to pay as well. So it would be unfair to the people paying on Patreon if those same videos were free on Rockfin or somewhere else. So any of the videos that you have to pay for on Patreon, you have to pay for on Rockfin, just to make it fair, because I don't want to make it unfair for anybody. All right, let's answer some super chatters. Let's go. Kit's Corner, Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. Thoughts on Michigan, Kentucky protests? I'm not aware what those are. Are those like labor related ones? Because I just did a video on the fast food strikes that have been happening in California. So is that what's going on in Michigan and Kentucky? Yeah, Gore, what is it good for? Making wealth for billionaires. Those are the Open America Backup wackos. Oh, God. That's what's going on in Michigan? Oh, boy. Oh, man. Vegan guns shirt. If that's what that is, Open America Backup, the people are out of their minds. Oh, man. Yes, Rebecca, in the appearances sections at grahamelwood.com. It's in the section where all my live tour dates are, which obviously we're not doing. So you should see a show for April 18th at grahamelwood.com. It'll say the location. Usually it'll say like, you know, wherever, Dallas or Atlanta or whatever, but it'll say Zoom. Yeah, and it's $5. Armed protest in Lansing. Oh my God. Oh God, they got rifles and shit. Of course. God. They banned seeds. Epstein hangs himself with a paper T-shirt. So yeah, Kids Corner. I'm not really. I didn't follow those. I was working on other stuff today. I didn't see what those were about. So I'll try to see what they're about more and talk about them on the next live stream if I can. McMindfulness, who moved my cheese. Shave your knuckle for justice. Shim Shefield's pulled straight from the pages of McMindfulness. Watching Graham in conversation with author Ronald Purcell would be priceless. Yeah, it's just a lot of that, like, I do a bit Niagara people that just manifest it. It's like, yeah, it's easy to manifest things when you have the money to do it. Like, oh, is that why we have a homeless problem? They just didn't manifest a home and a job? No, that's probably it. Couldn't be toxic capitalism that's crushing people. No, they just didn't think positive thoughts enough. Yeah, it's great. Farkas Garvey, shave your knuckles for Garvey. For justice. The Flint water was filtered and he still faked it. Yeah, I know. McMindfulness, who moved my cheese. That's a great screen name, by the way. Charlie didn't get much USO. Oh, all right, here we go. I'll read this the right way. I love Apocalypse Now too, dude. Or Dudette. Maybe you're a gal. I don't know who will make mindfulness your gender or whatever gender you feel comfortable with. I call a lot of people dude, male and female, whatever. Charlie didn't get much EO. Shit, I fucked it up. Charlie didn't get much USO. He was dug in too deep or moving too fast. His idea of R&R was a cold rice and a little rat meat. He had only 2 ways home: death or victory. Apocalypse, that was so awesome. Never get off the boat. That's absolutely goddamn right. Never get off the boat unless you're going all the way. Kurt's got off the boat. He split from the whole fucking program. Oh. It might have been my mission, but it sure as shit was the Chief's boat. I could quote Apocalypse Now all day. That smell, that napalm smell, smells like, I don't know, victory. Someday this war is going to end. When he says it, Robert Duvall says it like he's bummed that someday the war's going to end. He walks away and Martin Sheen just looks at him like he's nuts. Oh, God. Oh, what's the matter, the trank? Forget about you, my young captain. Oh. Chop it in the T-bones. Turn the LZ into a beach party. I love that movie. Keith M., Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. Why are there never Trojan horses the other way? Why would it be nice if a tool like Biden was elected and they had integrity attack and fought for us? That's a great actual... Shit, I'm going to record this. Hit the like button. Hit it. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigilante. And I was asked the question by Keith M. Why are there never Trojan horses the good way? Isn't that a great question? People always Trojan horse evil stuff. They always, they wrap these progressives in, these corporate people in progressive clothing, they put a rainbow flag or, oh, yay, and then they always do something evil, they always sell out. Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we need to get somebody that's like, we need to send some spies in because they don't play fair. I feel like sometimes, I was talking this with my friend who works in independent politics, my friend John Updike, I go, sometimes I feel like we're like, we got to get a petition and a rally and protest and vote and we're like crossing guards with like, you're gonna get a demerit fighting like an evil like drug cartel. Like, we're playing nice and we're playing fair. And I'm not saying we should do amoral stuff, but like, I think we got to play a little, like, how great would it be if we got some candidate that just looked like the perfect corporate Democrat? You know what I mean? Just the perfect, like, play ball, takes the corporate money, and then when they get the power, they go, I'm jailing all of you. Billionaires are outlaw. Wouldn't that be amazing? If I ever run and I am a serious contender and you see me start to do that and you're like, oh, Graham sold out. No. I'm going to be a progressive, like, socialist Manchurian candidate. And the ruling class is going to think they bought and paid me and I sold out. And then I get into power and go, guess what? Here's how we're going to do things now. Your days are done. That's what I would do. And I would just find all these people and we'd take a vegan blood oath. We'd just drink a glass of almond milk at a yoga studio without the internet so no one could track us. That's what I would do. That's what we need to do. I'm just like, I'm not saying anything illegal. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying they don't play by the rules at all. And we keep trying to play by the rules and we got to I'm telling you, I would gladly be a progressive Manchurian candidate. A Trojan horse. And we just get all these people, and the ruling class thinks all these people are bought and paid for. They talk that big game on the, like if I was running for office, like president, and I was like, and I was running as an independent, and I thought I might win or whatever. And when the rich people came to me behind closed doors, I'd say, look, man, I'm just saying this to get votes. Like, I'm just saying this to boost my YouTube numbers. I'll play ball if I get in there. I would do that. And then I'd get in there and just go, all of you, you're locked up. Well, just executive order, billionaires are criminal. I would use the Wars Powers Act for good. You know where they Cheney and all them use it for evil? I would be like, I would list environmental, like climate change, as part of terrorism. So, Shell oil, you're poisoning the earth. Oh, that's environmental. I can just lock you up. No, no trial. CEOs of companies that poison the earth. Oh, you're the head of a terrorist organization. But we gave $1 million to your campaign. Yeah, I know, the check already cleared. So yeah, orange jumpsuit, handcuffs, you're done. But you don't have any laws. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. And just like use that War Powers Act and the surveillance community and all that stuff to just, okay. All right, CIA, go get all the billionaire pedophiles, sex traffickers. Go get them. Round them up. No. What laws? Huh? What? Nope. Done. Get them out. We got military bases all over the world? Great. We're going to round up all of the abusers. Yep. Go get the Saudi royal family. Go get Prince Andrew. Go find Ghislaine Maxwell. Go get them. Round them up. That's it. That's done. Anybody sex trafficking? Anybody selling illegal weapons? Done. But what about a trial? No, the little kids that you raped and tortured, they didn't have a say in it, so you don't get one. Thank you. We're done. Thank you so much. But Graham, you said you were. I know. It's weird. It's like I didn't keep my campaign promise of being a neoliberal identity politics guy. Oh, that would be awesome to just watch all of everyone in the ruling class. Well, you just Pelosi and Mitch McConnell and Chuck Schumer but you said, No, just perp walk all the CEOs and the billionaires. Just perp walk them in orange jumpsuits across the front lawn of the White House, the North Lawn or whatever. Yep, just give a speech. That's what happened. I jailed all of them. So all the people that put me in power, they can't do anything now. Thank you. Really appreciate it. We're making Gotham great again. Oh, that would be awesome. God, that makes me giggle just to think about it. But and just like, yeah, and I'm seizing all their assets, giving it to their employees and any of their victims or whatever, seizing their assets. But you can't violate international law and just go snatch up Ghislaine Maxwell. She's being protected by Mossad in Israel. Yeah, we got the biggest army in the world, so I'm going to just do that. Yeah, she's done. Prince Andrew, grab him. But what about our treaty with no billionaire pedophile sex traffickers? Done. You're done. But these billionaires, they've been profiting from plundering the world. Not anymore. They're done. Go. No. They don't play by the rules. They can just with money fly around. They don't boundaries and borders and border checkpoints. That's for the 99%. They can do whatever they want. So that's what I would do if I was president. You get them, got them, done. Just say. And I go to these world leaders. I'd say, if you're hiding any of these people, it's lights out. I'm going to put the American empire boot up your ass. Let's play ball. Putin, I forget how to pronounce the Chinese president's prime minister's name, whatever. I'd say, look, we got to save the planet. Otherwise, I'm going to wax you guys. That's it. Okay? We're going to do this right now. That's what I would just be like, you, done. Modi, you're done. 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 Gone. Bye. North Korea, settle down. Take care of your citizens. Your nukes are gone. It's okay. Feed your people. Done. Bolisario, oh, you like burning the rainforest in Brazil? Not anymore. I got you. Navy SEAL team just snatched you up. Done. And I'm putting the people in charge. And they just be like, huh? What? Just overnight, just wipe out the 1%. Just, oh, shave your knuckles for justice. If I can dream of a better land, all my brothers walk hand in hand. The military and Secret Service are not essential. Maybe this video should be premium. I might. How about a Trojan Pony? I'll be writing Graham in on my ballot November. Write me in. Take me to your Gotham. You got it, Peace Dove. Yeah, global poisoning. 450 watching, 284 likes. Hit the like button. We got to get those likes up there. Boom, boom, boom. Vegan guns. Do you like vegan guns? Hit the like button. Look at that, just chiseled vegan gunness. I'm 50 years old. Oh, look at that. Ronald McDonald, Burger King 2020. Good vote, Pat, the Batman fan, but I can't because I'm a vegetarian. Those guys like killing, murder, and selling it. Can't do it. Graham, your back must hurt from standing there. Well, one of the things I learned doing yoga is how to have better posture. So that's why I'm constantly moving, trying to have good posture to line up my spine. It's actually, this is for me, because I used to have some back issues, is better than sitting. Sitting too long compresses everything. It's a boom, it's a boom. I'm always tired at the end of this, but you got 300 likes. Don't be greedy. Come on. I'm not being greedy. What about a boo-boo? The best bit is to stop paying celebs so much and spread that wealth. Yeah, go to the head of the snake. You know what I'm saying, pal? Head of the snake. Let's read some more super chats, ladies and gentlemen. 8 crowns, 62. Boom. Shave your knuckles for justice. Can you interview Howie Hawkins? Sure. I know Ron did a pretty good interview of him, so I can get a hold of that guy. Boom, 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 boom. Ray Foley, what's up, Ray? Ray's working with Movement for a People's Party. Nobody's working harder than Nick Brana. You know what, Ray? I think he and Rick have Nick reach out to me. Like I'll have Nick on the show. I'd love to have Nick on the show and really hear now in this post Bernie sellout world what his plan is. I'd love to have him on the show. Love to have him on the show. Make mindfulness to move my cheese. Shave your knuckles for justice. Shimshay says, when Bernie merges all of the small donations it received from low-income Americans with billionaire Wall Street murderers backing Biden, it creates a harmonizing, integral unity culmination of points. All right. I'm writing that down. I'm going to put that in the show on Saturday. Thank you so much for that. Jim Shanus. Oh. Boom, boom. There we go. Nice. Thank you. That's fantastic. Karen Webster. Shave your knuckles. I didn't tell. Thank you, Sharon. Don't tell. Chad Wilson. Boom. What's up, Chad? Thank you so much for supporting the show. I appreciate it. I love doing the show so much. First of all, I can say whatever I want. Well, kind of now with YouTube's new guidelines. That will all go away when I start live streaming on RobFit. They're not going to censor me over there. Oh, I love this platform. It's fantastic. Isn't the 1% amazing? I'm sorry I said anything bad about them. I'm glad Google works with the CIA. Aren't they pretty? Thank you so much. I will say the truth when I'm on RobFit. Chad Wilson, 2020. Disrupt the corrupt. We have to break the two-party system. Censorship, propaganda, and corruption are the 3 issues that could unite the country. Epstein didn't kill himself. Come on. Have you ever seen how strong a paper t-shirt is? Just watch the video that, oh wait, they lost the video. Oh, God. But the 2 guards, oh, they're the only. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I think Epstein really did. I'm not sure. Oh, Chad, you got my vote. It's a fantastic platform. Karen H. 11. Shave your knuckles for Justin's Karen H. Coveroos, control peep, back us all with Bill G.I.D. I know what you're saying. Which reminds me of a segment I wanted to discuss. Let's do a segment, Graham. We'll see how this one does. You know what? Maybe I should do this one last because it might get the ding. So we'll do a different one. It involves our boy Bill G. Let's get some water, ladies and gentlemen. Some people are like, Graham, you need a co-host. I got two co-hosts, right and left vegan guns. I can't go. My co-host, my in-studio band. Hey, clack, a click, clack, clack. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Political Vigilante. My name is Graham Elwood. So I've talked on this show how Amazon workers in the United States have started. There was a strike that started at the Amazon facility a couple weeks ago in Staten Island. That strike worker, I believe Smalls was his last name. I forget his first name. He got fired for organizing a strike. All they wanted was like a clean, safe facility. We have strikes going on in California and other places around the country in fast food restaurants. And what the Amazon workers said in Staten Island and other facilities in the United States is we're not given gloves, we're not given we're not given equipment. They haven't cleaned and sanitized we're sitting there packing stuff, touching stuff, like it's not safe for us. And you're paying us minimum wage. Jeff Bezos won't unionize in America. And what does he do? He fires strike organizers because he's just a sociopath that couldn't possibly part with any of his $158 billion. Well, guess what happened in Europe? Ooh, Amazon closes French warehouses after court ruling on coronavirus. I have to do these weird screen grabs because I got this article on Twitter and then it wouldn't show, like this thing got scrubbed. So I do these weird screen grabs. I apologize. Court said firm not doing enough to protect staff and told it to stop selling non-essentials. Wow. See, in France, and I'm not saying France is perfect, but look, they have strong unions. They have, at least stronger than here, they have healthcare. That's why the Yellow Vest movement has been able to go on for as long as it was going on in France, because people weren't afraid to lose their, because in America, it's tied to your job. So if you lose your job, then you lose your healthcare. So you're less likely to protest or to strike or whatever. But that's coming back to bite Amazon in the ass, because now we're seeing, because of this pandemic, how important the worker is. How important the worker is. Without these minimum wage workers, shipping stuff, working in grocery stores, packing, looking cashiers, all that stuff. Obviously, there's the medical staff, which is critical. But medical staff, most people would tell them, my stepmom was a nurse. They'd be the first to tell you, and I'm sure there's medical staff watching here. Well, I signed on for this job. I knew I was putting myself at risk working in an ER with infectious diseases, whatever. We're given the protective gear. And we don't even have enough protective gear because we've outsourced all our jobs overseas. We should be making masks and gloves and all that other stuff and ventilators here in the States. But thanks to NAFTA and other things like that, we don't have it. NAFTA, North American Free Trade Agreement, yeah. But that also opened the doorway to ship all our jobs overseas. Thanks, Clintons. Thanks, Bushes. But back to the story at hand. So medical staff will be the first thing. I signed up to put myself at risk. Nobody said, I'm going to work in an Amazon shipping center and I'm going to put my life on the line. I'm willing to die to get $10 an hour stuffing an envelope. I'm willing to die working a forklift. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. Amazon has closed its 6 French distribution centers 2 days after a French court ruled it was not doing enough to protect workers from the coronavirus pandemic. Wouldn't it be great if the American court system actually protected Americans and their workers, and rather than just being like one of the arms of the oligarchy? Wouldn't that be nice? I'm sure France has its problems, but there's no way it's as bad as it is here. We're in a third world banana republic. We're the United Corporate States of America. We're not a democracy at all. That's how a democracy works. That's why we have a court system. That's why we have 3 separate branches of government. So you can't have like one, but all branches of government and the courts and the schools and the media are all owned by the 1%. So they can do whatever they want. This is what we should be having. The court should be going, that's not safe. Shut that facility down. Oh, but money and profit, and I'm Jeff Bezos. I need more money. Shut up. They have been eviscerating unions in this country for the better part of 5 decades so that they can not be held accountable like they are in France. They can just do whatever they want here. But that's coming back to haunt them. This pandemic is awful and it's dangerous and people are dying and that's horrible. If there is a silver lining to pull out of it, people are realizing how important workers are. And more importantly, the workers are realizing now we have the leverage. Okay, we'll shut down your facility. We'll strike. They've done strikes here in Los Angeles at fast food places, gotten in cars and driven around. People have gone striking at politicians' homes who won't give them what they want. Some of these stimulus checks are delayed. Where's that? What happens next month when rent's due? Rent's due in 2 weeks. Rent's due in 2 weeks. Rents and mortgages are all due in 2 weeks. What are we going to do? We'll just spend that $1,200? That's not going to last. The company is facing mounting scrutiny on both sides of the Atlantic as it tries to deal with a surge in online orders. Yeah, that's the other thing. They're making crazy profits at Amazon, but you can't pay people you can't unionize? People should be, first of all, Amazon, Jeff Bezos has the money. Amazon has the profit to unionize its entire workforce. Health benefits, pensions, and now they're making enough money to go, oh, here's a big fat hazard pay bonus, which is you should be getting. You get sick, you're tested positive for COVID, stay home, paid work leave. You got to go to the hospital, we'll pay all your medical bills. But even if you just have mild symptoms of COVID, stay home, we pay for it. You get paid sick leave, done, automatic, because that protects everybody. They're making, and they, you know, Amazon doesn't pay taxes. Did you know that? They had $11.2 billion in taxes in 2018. So last year when you pay your taxes the year, right? So last year when they were supposed to pay tax, remember when you paid your taxes last year? You paid your 2018 taxes in 2019. Oh, Amazon had an $11.2 billion profit in 2018 and paid $0 in taxes in 2019. Zero. And they'll pay $0 in taxes this year. And they'll probably get some bailout money too. And they're making money they were pre-pandemic, were making money hand over fist. Now it's going through the roof because everyone's got to order online because stores are closed. On Tuesday, a court in Nenier, Paris issued an emergency ruling requiring the company to stop selling non-essential goods for a month while it works on new safety measures. Yeah. Shut it down. Shut it down. Protect these workers. Protect the customers. Sales of food, medicine, and hygiene supplies are still allowed under the ruling. However, Amazon France said that the given inherent complexity of its activities and the potential €1 million, 870 pounds fine for each violation of the ruling, the risk was too high. Oh, boo-hoo. Amazon France chief executive Frederick Lyerton denounced the court's order. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. When did you denounce that order? Before or after you were on your knees for Bezos? Colossal amounts of health precautions, including sanitary gels and face masks. He said the firm would appeal. Now shut your mouth. I'm so sick of that. You're wrong. Admit you're wrong. Don't appeal it. Some room full of lawyers, soulless lawyers who can't see their own reflection say, look, we got to appeal. No, just go, we're wrong. We got to double down on cleaning everything and taking care of our employees. Let's give everybody money. Can anyone say that in a room? Oh, that's not good for profit. You're making enough. Like, when is enough enough? Jeff Bezos just bought a $150 million home earlier this year in Los Angeles. He flies on a $75 million plane. There's rooms in that $150 million home he's never going to go in. And there's people living in tents. This morning, I found in one of my cupboards a bag from, like, I had a like a beach birthday party last year and had extra bottles of water and soda and stuff that I'm not going to drink. And I was like, I should give this to the homeless. One street, just one street in Venice, a block long, tents on either side. One street. We're going to appeal it. Shut your mouth. How do you look yourself in the mirror? Oh, that's right. You can't see a reflection. You have to have a soul to see a reflection. I always forget that thing. I'm not a doctor. There's a huge ambiguity, he told. Is a nail clipper a hygiene product? Shut up. He said the company would work with unions to ensure the sites could reopen quickly, but added, I cannot confirm at this stage on what date they will reopen. Amazon's vice president of the EU, Roy Sellout Idiot, has stepped down. Good. Step down. You know, in old samurai times, you would commit seppuku if you dishonored yourself. You know, that's how like samurai and tribal leaders, like a king or a chief or whatever, if you had poor people under your domain, it reflected poorly on you. People would go, what kind of a leader are you? You have people that you're responsible for that are sick and don't have food? What the hell kind of a king are you? What the hell kind of a samurai? What the hell kind of a shogun are you? What the hell kind of a chief are you? What are you? That's like, I'm a parent and I've got 10 kids and a couple of my kids can't eat. And so they go to court and I'm forced to feed these kids and I appeal it. Because my kid filing a thing because I won't feed my kid I got to fight it. I just got to fight everything. I hate that filthy corporate lawyer nonsense. Oh, fight it, appeal it. You're wrong. You're wrong. Admit fault. Well, don't admit fault. You open yourself up to liability. Shut up. You might open yourself up to having a soul and a conscience. I know that might be a little scary for you. Pay your people. Make it safe. Give up your filthy wealth. Jeff Bezos could give up 157 of his $1 billion and still have $1 billion to just eke out a little living. Could still have his houses, still have his $75 million plane, still have all of that. Only these people wouldn't be putting their lives on the line shipping products. Amazon owner reaps an $11,000 a second coronavirus lockdown bonanza. And they're going to appeal this? That's disgusting. It's literally like throwing out food in front of a homeless, starving person. The company claimed it had sent more than 127,000 packets of disinfectant wipes and 27,000 liters of sanitizing gels, 1.5 masks to the distribution centers. Oh, claimed. Where is it? Why did the courts have to get involved? This clearly either wasn't enough, it didn't get there, or you didn't even send teams of people in to clean it down. But the court found Amazon had not done enough to enforce physical distancing, to ensure that turnstiles and locker rooms were virus-free. Because who cares about the employees? They're expendable. They're probably sitting there, boy, we got to make these plants more automated. Oh, God. Why don't we get AIs to take over we just program AIs to run companies and we'll program them to have a soul and a conscience and then we can just phase out CEOs and vice presidents and these clowns. I'm all for that. Union said one worker infected with the virus was in intensive care. You going to appeal that? Sue everyone in the hierarchy at Amazon. Thanks for watching the show, everybody. Like, share, and subscribe. Boom, kids. What do you think of that? 370 likes, 465. U.S. doesn't inspect Amazon and other fulfillment centers in normal times. They won't do it now. Absolutely. I don't know how Jordan is words or spells. All right. Shave those knuckles. Give it to Skynet. That'll fix it. Any bots I got to take care of? I don't use Amazon. I canceled my, I mean, I had it briefly. I have Amazon Prime. I canceled it a while ago. The working class majority should control society. I'm all for it. Vaccines eradicate smallpox, polio, and measles. Absolutely. Jordan is on the mend. Good to hear. Jordan Sheridan. Got a boy on Amazon. Etsy's a good substitute for Amazon. Awesome. Good to hear. Boom. Let's answer some super chats. Karen Webster, armed protest in Lansing. Oh, okay. Boom. That's what's going on. McMindfulness, who moved my cheese. Shave them. The war was being won by a bunch of 4-star clowns. We're going to wind up giving the whole circus away. If the generals in that train could see what I saw. When he dies, it dies. When he dies, is he a wise man? Wrong. Is he a kind man? Wrong. JD Campbell, shave your knuckles for justice. Got the stimulus. Here's to you and help a neighbor if you can. Right on, JD. Thank you so much. Yeah, so on my bike ride today, there were these, in a parking lot, there were these 2 trucks. Like, one was selling, these 2 women were selling frozen seafood. And then next to it, now everything was distanced away and they had taped down so people wouldn't get too close. These guys were selling produce. They're just farmers. And they had a bag of tangerines and kiwi. And it was like, how much? He's like, $5 each. I go, do you do cat? He goes, we do Venmo. Boom, he put it in a plastic thing, put it in my backpack. We didn't get close. Everything was good. I Venmo'd it, supported a couple small business owners. It was awesome. I felt so good about it, man. Had my mask on. I had gloves. I had the whole shot. I came home, wiped everything down. Boom. It's great. Support the small business owner. Absolutely correct, Janie. Pat the Batman fan. What's up, Pat? Graham, you need a t-shirt that says vegan guns. Ooh. Pat, if you got the time, you've done fantastic art for me in the past. So make a vegan guns shirt. And then you made a shave your knuckles that was like Elwood's knuckle shave cream, which I like, but just make one that's just the knuckle that says it says shave your knuckles for justice. And then on the bottom it says Graham Elwood political vigilante. Can you do that? If you got the time. If you don't, no worries, brother. I appreciate it. BA, what's up? I can't wait for the Obama-Biden compilations. Obama, we need grace. Biden, hey, fat. Listen, fat. Obama, we need leadership. Biden, I have no empathy for millennials. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. I have no empathy. And now he's like, oh, we need you, millennials. We're all going to one big tent. I will not vote for the Democratic Party. I am so done with them. And I say that proudly. Another 4 years of Trump. That's on you. Any blue will do. That's on you, corporate Democrats. That's on you, Joe Biden. That's on you, Neera Tanden. That's on you, Bernie Sanders. That's on you, Tulsi Gabbard. That's on you, AOC. That's on you. Not on us. That's on you. Tamika Jackson, what's up? Guns, boom, 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 boom. Thanks for supporting the show. Hey, Mares, what's up? Now that's a world I want to live in, Graham 2020. Yeah, write me in, guys. Write in, Graham 2020. Vegan guns for everybody. A vegan gun in every pot. What? That doesn't make sense. Ray Foley, I'll call him. Yes, you will, Ray. Thank you. Give Nick a shout. Ben Riley, what's up, Ben? Shave your knuckles for justice. Could you please debate Varouche on the lesser of two evils fallacy? Come prepared. He's a cyberbully of a debater. Why? Why debate those idiots? Listen to them. I don't care what they say. Say something dumb. It's like debating flat earthers. Lesser of two evils. Because at the end of the day, I don't care about changing. He's not going to change his mind more than likely, and I'm not going to change mine. I mean, nothing he's going to say is going to go, oh, you're right. Let's have two evils. What about Ruth Bader Ginsburg? First of all, there's no way they're going to overturn Roe v. Wade. They will have as much likelihood of doing that as Democrats would at repealing the Second Amendment. It's never going to happen. And if it really were to happen, again, that's on you. Vote any blue will do. I'm not a Democrat. You don't own my vote. You have to earn my vote. You didn't earn my vote. You all could have got behind Bernie. The whole party could have gone, Bernie's the guy. He can beat Trump. They knew he would beat Trump, and they didn't. I'm not excusing Bernie's lack of fighting or calling out their bullshit, but the whole party could have just got behind him, and we would be talking about a Bernie nomination right now. Biden would be dropping out, and we'd be like, great, we don't even need to have a convention now because Bernie's the guy. Let's go get Trump. That's what we should be doing. They didn't do that. This is on them. They lose Ginsburg. Good. That's your fault. It's your fault. And if that were to happen, states like California would will just say we're going against the federal law, and there's just going to be states where you can get abortions and states where you can't, and it might even push like California, Oregon, Washington, maybe Nevada to just secede and start their own thing. Maybe Hawaii would join, maybe not. McMindfulness would move my cheese. Thank you, McMindfulness. We're the hollow men. Headpiece filled with straw. Alas, the horror. The horror. Are you a son of him? I'm a soldier. You're mean. You're an errand boy sent by grocery clerk to collect the bill. I can do that movie all night. Lori Mountain Gal Pal. What's up, Lori? Shaving Knuckles for Justice. Many have said that the 1200 stim check is an advance in your 2020 federal taxes, but it's hard to ascertain that. Have you researched it, or would you? I have done some more research that. There's an article in the New York Times where they quote somebody from the IRS that says it is not an advance on your 2020 taxes. They had to word it that way because the money is coming from the IRS. So the IRS had to say it's because people haven't filed their taxes yet. Most people haven't gotten their refunds yet this year. It's an advance on your 2020 refund is what they're calling it. Even though it is $1,200, you do not have to pay it back. According to this article in the New York Times and this person quoted from the IRS. According to those two sources, no, you won't have to pay it back. Me personally, I don't trust that shit at all. And when that check shows up, I don't know. I'm going to try to save most of it. If you really need it, spend it and hope that the IRS and the New York Times are telling you the truth. That's what I know. That's what they claimed. So save that article and pull it out next year if they try to get their money back. I don't trust this government at all. After what happened to me 10 years ago with my house, I don't trust them. Chimchery, chimchimery, chimchimery, chimchimcheroo. Shave your knuckles as I would too. Chimchimery, knuckles for justice. Chimchimery, though I can't rhyme with justice. Graham, do you ever wonder if Superman or Santa Claus are the same person? Think about it. They both fly, wear red, and both have beards. Dude! Wait a minute. I think you've just blown the lid off the single baitest or greatest conspiracy cover-up. This is bigger than the grassy knoll. This is bigger than all of it. It would make perfect sense. And you never see them in the same place. You never notice there's Superman's never flying around solving crimes on Christmas. And we always thought, well, nobody commits crimes on Christmas. Maybe. And you can't kill Santa Claus. They fly. I'm going to do 58 videos on this, and I'm going to blow the lid wide open. Let's do another segment, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? Is it time for another segment? Hit the like button. 404 likes, ladies and gentlemen. Biden is the man. I should block you just for posting that. Biden should pick Graham for VP, Biden Elwood. Yeah. If they ever pick me to be a VP with some corporate Democrat, I go, okay. And I would play ball. Whatever you need me to do, okay, yeah, I'll get in line and then if I ever then got in the power, I'd be like, okay. As soon as my hand came off the Bible, I'd go, ooh, I was just playing nice because I was the VP. Think you're gonna change right now, today. Cureforcancer.co, Shaver.cos for Justice. Security video from 911 on the AP channel on YouTube shows a thing hitting the pen. I have to do this because of what happened. So I'm not trying to talk around. Not a plan. Please put it in your channel and try to convince Jimmy to do the same. I'll try. That might have to wait till we're more on Rockfin. Melissa H. Sorry, missed early show. Had our folk jam on Zoom. Right on. I'm glad you had a folk jam on Zoom. McMindfulness, who masked my cheese. Thank you so much for supporting the show today. The full title of Richard Purser's book is McMindfulness: How Mindfulness Became the New Capitalist Spirituality. Oh, I got to read this book. No kidding, Graham. Shimshay is so funny because it is so on point. Nihilism being propped up with the New Age movement. Yes. Oh, dude. Oh, man. I will read that book. Oh, or send it to my P.O. box or something. Or oh, dude. Yes, that's the thing. Because before the pandemic, I go to yoga and there's all this like mindfulness stuff, which I appreciate. But then I've talked about this before. I'm big brother to a kid, and he's got family that lives in South Central and in these neighborhoods, these working class Black and Latino neighborhoods. And you know what's not in those neighborhoods? Yoga studios, Pilates, organic food, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, crystals and essential oil stores. There's check cashing, there's fast food. Maybe there's a grocery store that you can get some fresh produce from, kind of. Pawn shops, a lot of liquor stores, a lot of check cashing, a lot of places to buy lottery tickets and payday advance loans, all these things to keep the poor and the working class enslaved, basically. And none of that, and all this mindfulness stuff, which is great. No meditation, none of that. It's only for like rich white people. It's unbelievable. And I'm just like, and I go to these classes and I love my yoga teachers and all that stuff. But then these rich ladies pushing and shoving their way to the front of class, and they pull up in their $100,000 cars and they've got their $200 mats and they're on their phones and then like, oh, I'm so enlightened. It's like, fuck off. Get out of here. Like, go teach some classes in the hood, man. Go give yoga to some people who need it. Not someone who was born into a life of privilege, married somebody who's also rich and privileged, and you don't have to work. Ugh. Your coexist sticker on your $100,000 car. Get out of here. That's what Shimshay's all about. I get so tired of that crap. Thank you for telling me about that book, man. And thank you for telling me that Charlie didn't get much USL. He was not getting too deep or moving too fast. It's just so great. He's just sitting there watching the whole show come undone. So great. Tisha T, what's up, Tisha? How you doing, sweetie? What's the difference between socialism and having a government which serves average citizens? I know. Well, the thing is, like, it's one of the things that might be one of the silver linings of this pandemic is that people they're like, oh, socialism's bad. It's like, no, we're just democratic socialism or just socialism, and socialism is workers owning the means of productions. Democratic socialism is governments equally taking care of its people. Like a library is funded by all of our taxes and everyone in society gets to use it. That's democratic social, the fire department, all that stuff. And that's where people are like, wow, we need, when this $1,200 check runs out and everyone's got to pay bills in 2 weeks, what people are like, ooh, we need government subsidy. We need a government that's taking care of its citizens. And some governors are kind of doing better than others. And oh man, not much of a difference, I guess, would be the answer to your question, Tisha. Progressive, shave your knuckles for justice, shave your knuckles for her. Shave your knuckles for her pleasure, Joe Biden. Oh, thank you. Good Biden joke. Bill Sales, shave your knuckles for justice. Who will you write in for POTUS? It really depends. I'm going to see what comes of this summer with the third parties and the Greens, the Nick Brown and everybody. I'm going to see what happens. I'm not going to commit on anything till that day, maybe. I don't know. If I win a couple $100 million in the lottery, maybe I'll be on the ballot. BA, shave your knuckles for justice. YT wouldn't allow the use of P for the hooker in my previous comment, but it's okay that Biden uses that word we're talking about selling himself. Oh, thank you, BA. Annabelle Corley, shave your knuckles for justice. Annabelle, hope everything's good out there in Australia. When I was in LA, the amount of homeless people was so disturbing, I have not forgotten. And it's only gotten worse in the last year, and in the last month since the shutdown, it's worse in the last month. And it already was awful. You literally cannot drive a half a mile in LA without seeing some homeless tent, something. Maybe a mile, maybe in certain really nice neighborhoods where they push them out. It's brutal. No other first world countries have so many homeless. That's not being a priority says everything about the government. Yeah, they don't care about its own citizens. And now they're like, oh, with this COVID, we're going to get all the homeless, we're going to get them all off the streets and give them housing. Oh, so you do have a solution to the homeless. And people are like, we got to end homelessness and we got to end hunger. Okay, end capitalism. There you go. End billionaires. Just outlaw billionaires. You got to give away 99% of your money. Okay? How's that sound? 1% if you own $1 billion in wealth, 1% of your money is $1 million. You can live on $1 million. I know it's going to be tough carving out a living on $1 million. You get to keep $1 million. The other 999 million, that's going to go back to the people. Thank you, though. We appreciate your work. Let's do another segment. We'll probably go till 7, do a good solid 2 hours. The sun sets here around 7:30. I like going to watch the sunset. Beaches are closed, so I got to like walk on a thing and look down. But I just seeing the beach on the sunset on the ocean is a magical thing. And it just work hard all day, get some streaming going down, shave some knuckles, and then just end the day with a thing. Come home, have a nice. I don't know. I might make I bought some gluten-free pasta from the farmers market guys today. Might make a nice pasta. Get this veggie meat crumb, and I put these peppers in there that are so good. A little garlic. And a salad. Boom, 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 boom. There's another thing I got to do. I'm sorry, I fell behind a little bit on the audio podcast of this show. I released all the audio of all my clips on iTunes on the Political Vigilante podcast. It's available in the news section, not the comedy section. So check that out. But I gotta do more audio clips for that. Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Oden, and you are watching The Political Vigilante. So, we've been talking to climate change a lot on this show, and we're seeing the effects of it in the middle of this pandemic crisis. And I did a story about an island in the Antarctic melting an extreme amount in 9 days. Well, this article was submitted by Nicholas M. Thompson, which you can do the same thing if you go to patreon.com/Graham. Nicholas, you've been supporting the show since day one. I really appreciate it. Greenland's ice sheet melts by record amount due to climate change, study shows. This is Wednesday, April 15th by Emma Newberger. This was in CNBC. Not like Common Dreams or those alternative lefty environmental sites, which I appreciate. This is CNBC reporting this. Now, it should be noted that CNBC puts this on their website to say, oh, we're talking climate change. This almost never makes it into the TV broadcast. Never. And all the web, CNN, all of them do that. Oh, they'll talk about it on their website. And they'll hire somebody, and I don't know this person. Maybe she's a good journalist who's got a lot of integrity, and this issue matters. But this will never get primetime play. Never. You got to come to this show for this to be talked about. Greenland's ice sheet experienced record melting last year that was driven by hotter temperatures and more frequent atmospheric circulation patterns triggered by climate change, scientists have confirmed. Researchers warn that climate change will make the destructive high-pressure atmospheric conditions more common in Greenland, the biggest contributor to global sea level rise. I'm going to get into the economic impacts of rising sea level. All the coastal cities all over the world. I live in one. It's a tourist place. Obviously, there's nobody traveling now. The tourism has really been crushed by pandemics. But a lot of businesses on the water, anywhere you live. When I was in Australia, all these businesses and restaurants and hotels and cool surf shops and all that. What happens? That all goes away. If Greenland's ice sheet were to melt away completely, global sea levels could rise by as much as 23 feet. The stark findings show that researchers could also be underestimating the future melting by about half. Every time there's a study, it's like our last predictions were wrong. It's just moving too fast. As most models that project future ice loss do not account for impacts from changing atmospheric circulation patterns. Greenland lost around 600 billion tons of water in 2019, contributing to a sea level rise of about 1.5 millimeters. Well, that's not a lot of 1.5 millimeters. That's not a lot, but it keeps rising and it keeps building on top of each other. Greenland's ice sheet is the second biggest in the world and covers 80% of the island. If the ice sheet were to melt away completely, global sea levels could rise by as much as 23 feet, raising serious concerns for coastal communities across the world. So you've got just the initial sort of frontline economic impact, those businesses by the coasts not being shut down. We're seeing what shut down businesses look like in a pandemic. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do this show, this article, this topic, because we're seeing what happens. We're seeing the interconnectivity of the environment, of workers, and the economy. All of these things that we didn't think about. Well, it's cheaper to have ventilators and masks made overseas in China. It's just cheaper. It brings more profits for the companies. Oh, wait. When we have to seal our borders from China and Americans are told not to work, we've just created two problems for ourselves. People aren't working, and we don't have the equipment to fight this pandemic. If we were making these products here in America, we would just, oh, we're just ramping up production. This pandemic hit, okay, everybody stay at home. The factory workers making the masks and the gloves and the ventilators, okay, you're working overtime. Anybody been laid off, from the hotel community, the bartenders and waiters and all those folks who've been laid off? All right, we need you working extra shifts now. You're going to go right to work. See how seamless that could be if we did that? So that's, I always talk to you, right? I always connect the dots for you. I want you to show these aren't individual isolated issues. They're all connected. And so if the sea level goes up by 23% and we lose these global communities, we lose the economies of them, but then where do they move? So I've talked about this before. 30% of America's population is on the eastern seaboard. That's 100 million people. Let's say 100 million people all have to move in. What's going to happen? And all these states that don't, the Dakotas and Iowa, that don't have a lot of people living in them, what are they going to do? What would a state like Iowa or South Dakota, South Dakota has like 1 million people in the whole state. What if all of a sudden it went from 1 to 4 million people, like in the matter of weeks? There wouldn't be any infrastructure. They wouldn't know what to do. They would have tent cities like we have in Los Angeles. They wouldn't. Where are the schools? Where are they going to live? The jobs? What's going to happen? Where's the food going to come? What's all this going to be? Everyone getting that now? I've been talking about this. Environmentalists have been talking about this for years. I've been talking about this for the 3 years I've been doing this show. Now we're seeing it. The coronavirus is like, oh shit. Wait a minute, it is all connected. We get our products overseas, we're not doing it here. There's food shortage, there's empty shelves when this whole thing first started. There's, how is this all going to happen? We're seeing all these things we didn't think about. Well, we got to shut down the schools. Now, wait a minute, the schools a lot of kids get their meals at school. What about the low-income families? Well, how are they going to feed those kids? And where's the food coming? Wait a minute. What about the healthcare workers whose school is their child care? So now wait, if the healthcare worker they have to stay home and watch their kid because their kid can't go to school. We need them in the medical facility with the people with the COVID. You see how everything's connected? It's the same thing. I'm showing you the interconnectivity of what we're currently dealing with and how it would happen in the environment. A rise in sea levels could destroy property value in coastal regions, displace residents, and eventually impact global markets. What have the markets done with this pandemic? Nosedive. The stock market is completely dropped. So we're talking about property value. So what's happening with property value now? No one's working. We've got the unemployment claims just went from 10 million to 22 million. We've had 22 million people file for unemployment in the last month. That's what we know about. Those are the people that we know are unemployed. What about the people that, didn't file for it or don't qualify, or the undocumented workers that we've had in this country? That's 22 million people that we know about. It's probably double that. We're probably closer to 40 or 50 million people are unemployed today, right now. What's this pandemic going to do to property values? So the same thing with this. You see how this is all connected? In America, I'm going to give you this pretty alarming statistics. I said a third of the country lives on the eastern seaboard, but 40% of the U.S. population lives near the coast. Coast residents represent 40% of the total population and almost $8 trillion in gross domestic product, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. That's the NOAA. That's a government agencies. And I've showed you the map of I want you to see this. 40%. I'm part of that 40%. I live near the water. So we're seeing, right? You displace these people, they can't work, They're not working. They're not buying stuff. So we're seeing our whole economy shut down right now. Let's just look at what we're dealing with right now today to show you what it could be for this, right? So all these people have been furloughed. I'll give you an example. Santa Monica, where I live. Santa Monica has a population of 90,000 people. That's the population of Santa Monica. It's not a very big population. On any given day, and I got this statistic from the American Red Cross of Santa Monica. On any given day in Santa Monica, there are somewhere between 400,000 and 500,000 people in the city limits as tourists and employees. There's a lot of entertainment industry has big offices here. There's all these big hotels, all those employees. So you're talking about 300,000 to 400,000 people are not coming into Santa Monica now because of this shutdown. The streets are empty, the stores are shut down, unless I'm sure there's a handful of people coming into Santa Monica working at the essential places. But so you have 300,000 to 400,000 people not coming to work every day, not going out to lunch, not buying coffee, not shopping, not doing any of the tourist things. The pier is shut down, the 3rd Street Promenade, the movie theaters, the shops, the malls, shut down. Shut down. That's just one city. That's one city that depends upon. So the tech, a lot of tech and show, Netflix and a lot of those people have offices here, and the TV networks and the movie studios have offices here in Santa Monica. Now, a lot of those people are working from home, but again, they're working from home. So if they don't live in the Santa Monica city limits, they're not shopping here. They're shopping close to their homes, wherever those are. And by all those big businesses, there's all these restaurants, coffee shops, and everything. They're all closed. Maybe they're doing a little takeout business, but it's got to be nothing compared to what they were doing. So that's just one city. So this pandemic, and the city of Santa Monica is having a meeting about how they might have to cut down services. So this city, and I've talked about this before, the federal government can just issue currency from the Federal Reserve, give itself as much money as it wants. Local governments, cities, counties, states are dependent upon tax revenue. So if you have 400,000 people, that's 400,000 people spending money every day and the sales tax. And the sales tax goes to the state of California, but California, like most states, cities can add their own. The state sales tax is 7.75%. LA County adds a 0.5 percentage point, and city of Santa Monica adds. San Francisco does it, Sacramento, San Diego, all the cities do that, right? So you have 400,000 people a day shopping in Santa Monica. All that sales tax revenue, the city isn't getting anymore. The city of Santa Monica also has a $1 per hotel room per night fee that goes directly to the city. That's why the city has nice parks. It has its own police department, its own fire department. Do you see that? So this nice beach city and all the nice beach cities, San Diego, all the just in California, that does all this tours, Seattle, Miami, Jacksonville, Tampa, New York City, Boston, all by the water. Too much flooding because the sea levels have gone up 23 feet. What happens? Where do those people go? What happens to the revenue? Where does it go? Do you see this? This is why we need to deal with climate change. And I talk about this with relation to the pandemic because we can argue how this government should or should not be reacting. But one thing we can see, there is across the country and across the world, everybody's trying to do something about it, right? We are starting to flatten the curve because of all these stay-at-home orders and all this stuff and wear masks and social distancing. Those things are actually working. What if we applied all those things that are being done all over the world to deal with this climate change and 23 feet of rising sea level? Remember, because in America, they said, if we don't do social, a month ago, we're going to lose 1 million to 2 million people. So we have seen that graph with the chart. So they want, if we do this, all these measures, stay-at-home orders, we can flatten the curve. And now talking about it might be 100 to 200,000 people, which is still awful, but we're literally saving 1 million to 2 million lives. We could do that with the environment. COVID-19 is not going to kill everybody on planet Earth. Climate collapse will. The rising sea level is just one aspect of how bad this could get. So if we started doing a global pandemic of climate collapse, of preventing the 6th extinction event, oh, maybe the sea levels just rise a little bit. Maybe we flatten that curve. Maybe we put a lot of money in. Look how creative and innovative everybody's being in the middle of this pandemic, isn't it? It's kind of. I look for positive news in this. I'm seeing people being really creative. I talk about this a lot. Ford and General Electric getting together to make ventilators. Local companies. There's this guy in Texas who's made these little ventilators in his garage, and now he's like employing his friends and family and volunteers, and he's shipping these ventilator, like they almost look like 50s sci-fi movie space helmets. He's shipping them to Boston and New York. That's just a guy in his backyard in Texas came up with a great idea. Look how innovative we're being in this crisis. We're forced. Crisis creates innovation. Look what we could do. Look how many jobs we could create. That's why, like, Medicare, we all need free health care now. A Green New Deal could be putting everybody to work. We could be putting everybody to work, first and foremost, dealing with we need the medical equipment, but also long-term plan and everyone's going to be put to work with the Green New Deal. Do you see this? I know it sounded like I kind of went all over the place, but I didn't. I was connecting all of this. This is why everything is important. Everything relates. And we can all be part of this solution. Because there's answers out there we haven't even thought of yet. And if we put bold leadership, which we do not have, the Democrats, Bernie, they're not bold leadership. They're just sellout corporate people. Sorry. He's just less of a corporate sellout. I'm done. But I'm telling you, we could get stuff really done. And it won't be with Joe Biden, who's a rapist with dementia. It's not going to be with Trump, who's a climate change denier and a rapist and a cokehead. It won't be with any of those parasites. It'll be with us, you and me, forcing the issue with general strikes. That's what it's going to take. Thanks for watching. Shave your knuckles for justice. Boom. Oh, kids. That segment had a little more punch to it than I thought. I get on a roll. I start rolling and rocking and rolling. We're talking about all kind of crazy stuff. Beachfront property in Arizona is where you want to put your money right now. Like, that was Lex Luthor's plot in the first Superman. 466 likes. I love it. Arizona Bay. Bernie's establishment light. You got that? Pyrotic tiger. I don't know what that means, but that's cool. Gina, damn, I just got back from the grocery store and I missed the segment. It's all right. I will put. So, Gina, thank you, Spatsiba Bolshoi, for watching. So when I do those segments, those of you who are new to the live stream, I will take those segments and pull them out and I will drop them tomorrow. So if you missed a segment during the live stream tonight, I've dropped the segments in there as separate pieces, so you get another shot of them. All right. Yeah, Exxon did know in the 70s, sweetly, absolutely. ExxonMobil did an internal study in 1977 that said that the internal combustion engine and fossil fuels were destroying the environment. ExxonMobil then did Exxon wasn't ExxonMobil. Exxon then did another internal study with more doctors and scientists that concluded the same thing and said it was even worse. And then they buried those studies in the mid-'80s, and by the late 80s, they were spending money on climate denial. That's what you tell the climate denier. Oh, Graham, it's cyclical. Nah, the fossil fuels knew about it. They knew about it, and they buried it. Why did they do that? Sorry. Oh, Arizona Bay is comedian Bill Hicks's album. Oh, awesome. Oh, you're starting to insult each other. So now you get the block. You can disagree with each other, but if you start saying, oh, you bitch, you punk, whatever, then I got to give you the big blee, the block, the no-go, the bing bang, the done, the yank. the sin bin. Pull it. Give me a reliever. Oh, this baseball. Jail for oil executives. You got my vote. Shave them, Claire. The Banhammer. Grand Canyon should have some surf spots. Oh, shit. 478 watching. Let's read some super chats. Kush Renata, what's up? John Idarola, just because I vote for someone doesn't mean I have to support them. What do you think a vote is for? Did you see Florida? You can vote. Oh, God, I know. It makes no sense. The mental gymnastics people do to justify voting for warmongers and rapists is unbelievable. Ember 33, how about use comedy clips and videos as ads on Jimmy and Ron's videos, like the Shaving Up and the Shim Shake clips? I tweeted Nick Brana for you, by the way. Thank you. Oh, that's a good idea, Amber. Yeah, I'll re-up. I'm going to redo the ads that I'm buying on Jimmy's show to get people to subscribe. But yeah, I'll do some. That's a good idea. Thanks, man. Lori Mountain Gal Pal, Shaving Knuckles for Justice. Kyle had a story that banks can take $1,200 for bad debt. I've heard that. I'm not sure. I don't know yes or no definitively either way. I will say this. I wouldn't be shocked if it was true. I don't trust the banks. I don't trust the federal government at all. They stole my house. I don't trust them. I don't trust the stimulus plan at all. Make mindfulness who moved my cheese. Bourgeois New Age infested therapy is now playing the role the church once played. Legitimized capitalist tyranny. Would love to hear you interview Pusher, author of McMindfulness. Yeah, have him reach out to me or email me or something like that. I'd love to talk to that person. That'd be awesome. J9 Campbell, you're making Gotham great again. Citizens of Gotham. You're making it great again. Hey, my ego says it's J9. I'm seriously humor deficient. Shave him. At least you are funny. J9. Thank you. Brent McKinney, what's up, Brent? Shaving Knuckles for Justice. United Health made $5 billion in profit for the last 3 months. God. Former VP of Cigna, Wendell Porter, has an excellent tweet thread exposing how they operate. Ooh, cool. Hey, Brent, do me a favor and retweet that thread and tag me on it so that I can maybe do it as a segment. Thanks. Karen Webster, shave him, Karen. Ex-Governor Snyder oh boy. Awful. Will Newsom, Shaving Knuckles for Justice. Doing some songwriting and enjoying the show. Keep fighting the good fight. Cheers. You got it, Will. Write a song about vegan guns and then send it to me and I'll play it on the show. Make mindfulness who moved my cheese. Who moved your cheese, make mindfulness? Before he wrote Listen Liberal, Thomas Frank, that's a great book, wrote One Market Under God. On page 249, he tells the story of who moved my cheese. Epic writing. Oh, that's what you're referencing. Oh, right on, dude. Awesome. Yeah. So people have asked me, I'm glad you brought that up. McMindful. People always ask me, Graham, what are some good books to get myself up to speed? Listen Liberal is an excellent book by Thomas Frank. And also Chris Hedges' Death of the Liberal Class. Those 2 books are amazing. And then I think Manufacturing Consent by Noam Chomsky or American Power and the New Mandarins is a book that Chomsky wrote during the Vietnam War, but it's very relevant to today because not much has changed. Boom, 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 boom. Let's do one more segment. Kitty cats, kitty cat, kitty cat. Meow, 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 meow. Let me read all the super chats in case this one gets done. It's a whole of a spicy topic. Nick Thompson, what's up, Nick? You're making Gotham great again. Cool to hear my submission done live. Peace. Right on, dude. Yeah, great submission. You've been supporting the show, and you've talked about, you came on this live stream when I first was doing it. Remember 3 years ago? April of 2017, I'd have 50 people watching. Now we got 400 or 500. It's awesome. Thanks, dude. Make mindfulness remove my cheese. That was loud, sorry. Check out the last Richard Levins. Check out the late Richard Levins writing 20 years ago, Is Capitalism a Disease? Talk about casting pros before swine. This Harvard biologist nailed it. Oh, wow, that's a great book. Thanks. You guys suggest really awesome books. Art, what's up, Art? Shave your knuckles for justice. Thank you so much for supporting the show. God, you guys are fantastic. I don't know why Chomsky endorsed Joe Biden. I really don't. I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. I wonder what boomers would be like if we never had leaded paint and gasoline. Graham, that's hilarious. Graham, read The Divide and the Age of Great Inequality by Matt Taibbi. Oh, okay, cool. Is she Calvin's brother? Anything by Naomi Klein, right on. Hello, Capitalism Does Suck. Anything by Naomi Klein. All right, song Vegan Guns in B flat. Zionism will continue to destroy you until we wake up. Jerry Mander's 4 Reasons for the Elimination of Television is still all true and explains a lot about why. Yeah, absolutely. Got my rescheduled date for the Portland November 7th, so hope to see you around there. Yeah, so we rescheduled the Portland shows, which were supposed to, the Portland and Seattle shows, which were supposed to be in a week, to November 6th and 7th. So we're rescheduling. We've rescheduled the Florida shows for March. I'm assuming, and we're going to officially, it's the shows next month in Indianapolis, Detroit, and Cleveland. Obviously, those will be rescheduled. I don't know where we're going to put those yet, but we're going to just keep rescheduling stuff. We're pushing everything to the fall because hopefully this will all be done by then. But I don't know. I mean, stay tuned, and if you, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with all this, but we'll be back on the road at some point, I guarantee you. Hopefully late summer, fall. That's my hope. Big sporting events and big events are being pushed to probably 2021, but 100-person comedy show, I don't know. We'll see how that works. I don't know what they're going to do. They might make us move to like a 300-seat venue and spread out, 80 people or so. I don't know how it's going to work, but we're going to keep trying. Chomsky's position is simply logical. Oh. Yeah, the FBI does run drugs in that. Absolutely. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Look at that all. Hold on, let me just make a quick change here, everybody. Hello, citizens of Gotham. Welcome to the Political Vigilante live stream from the Political Vigilante World Headquarters. It's Graham Elwood, the Political Vigilante, somewhere in Gotham. Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching the Political Vigilante. Well, Bill Gates is in the news a lot. He's got some vaccines for people. He wants to help everybody out. But I'm one of the only people doing a story about his ties to Epstein. That's right. Bill Gates refuses to reveal why he flew on the Lolita Express with Jeffrey Epstein 4 years after his release from prison while the billionaire was still chairman of Microsoft. This came out over the summer when Epstein passed away. I'm bringing it back now because everyone's, Epstein's he wants to vaccinate everybody and help and save, and he's tied to eugenics. But that's why I can't trust the billionaire ruling class who comes on, they're going to save us all. They're going to save themselves and try to profit on our demise. And why can we trust anybody who Bill Gates and his spokespeople refused to explain why he flew from Teterboro Airport in New Jersey to Palm Beach on March 1st with Jeffrey Epstein?
Epstein told people in the past that he was a financial advisor to Gates, who was still chairman of Microsoft at the time. A rep for Gates Humanitarian Foundation denied that Epstein ever worked for billionaire founder of Microsoft, but would not comment on the 2013 flight. Oh, we're going to talk more about that rep for the foundation. Gates spokesperson also stated that there were no financial or charitable ties between the two men. Well, Epstein had just been released from prison 4 years prior after pleading guilty to 2 counts of soliciting a minor under the age of 18 for sex. Yeah. So this flight, flight logs, darn it, FAA, why are you making, look at that. Bill Gates, Peterborough, Palm Beach, March 1st, 2013. Why is the date so significant? 2013 is 4 years. 4 years after Jeffrey Gates pleaded guilty to having sex with a minor in Florida. Now, Acosta, who Trump put in his cabinet, was told that Epstein had CIA ties, and that's why he gave him this soft deal. That was the deal when Jeffrey Epstein was like basically put in a resort. He was allowed to leave every day with an ankle thing on, and he was flying around. He was abusing and raping girls during that time. But everybody, that was public. So 4 years after Epstein, 4 years, Bill Gates was on his plane. Of course, this is in addition to noted famous guests that Bill Clinton was on his plane, Naomi Campbell. Yeah, good friends with Epstein, good friends with Ghislaine Maxwell. Yeah, what we're learning from doing this Epstein stuff is those big modeling agencies, Victoria's Secret, Les Wexner has ties to Epstein. Don't shop at Victoria's Secret anymore. Don't. They're awful. I love their stuff. I love it. Dated plenty of women who shopped there, and I loved it, but don't give them your money. Naomi Campbell used to, go recruit like Ghislaine Maxwell did. And Epstein had a fake modeling agency. The modeling industry is horrifying on its own. The legal above board aspect of it is horrible. So they'd go recruit children, 13, 14-year-old girls. We're going to make you famous. You're going to be a famous model. Virginia Roberts got trafficked out of Mar-a-Lago. Kevin Spacey, Parasite, Chris Tucker, and Prince Andrew. We know all about Prince Andrew. Virginia Roberts named him. He gave that ridiculous interview. I lost my sweat glands in the war. And I never be caught with it outside in London without a sport coat. He's 26 times Bill Clinton was on Epstein's plane. Hillary was on twice. Hillary and Bill were in Epstein's compound in New Mexico numerous times. So that's the kind of crowd you're flying around with, Bill. And it is known that the two had spent time together previously, most notably at the Edge Dinner. What's the Edge Dinner? Each year welcomes billionaires from around the world to come together and discuss advancements they are working on in the worlds of math, science, and technology. That sounds innocent enough. That's, by the way, where Epstein tried to do his eugenics thing. Epstein I did a video on this. I have a whole Epstein playlist. Go into it. And coincidentally, the Epstein playlist and the demonetized playlist, a lot of overlap. But on my Epstein playlist, I talk about, there's a video I did where Epstein wanted to literally impregnate women for a master race. Totally true. Bill Gates, vaccines, eugenics, he's tied into that world. Interesting. But listen to this. The 2013 Edge, the billionaire, let's get together and figure out how to destroy the world so we can have more private jets. It took place 2 nights before they flew to Florida. So they do this Edge dinner. 2 nights later, the flight log I just showed you, they fly to Florida on the Lilith Express. Oh, weird. Gee, I wonder what they talked about at this Edge dinner. Bill Gates has said in an email, boy, Epstein's in 2011, Epstein's got some interesting, social habits or whatever that email said in 2011. So he already knew in 2011 who Epstein was. Was at that dinner. He knew what was going on that plane. He knew what was going on. Literally. One of the things on the Epstein playlist is watch my interview with child crimes investigator, former Phoenix detective Eric Oldenburg, who I proposed to something. I said, as an investigator, if you saw this, what would you think? You go, this points to somebody being guilty. I said, what if somebody said they were only on his plane 4 times, but flight log showed 26 times? He starts laughing. He goes, that would show them to be guilty. The biography that was published on the website for Edge, but later deleted, so that billionaire dinner where they're all hanging out 2 nights before he gets on Epstein plane, they put this biography on the website and then they delete it. Why do you need to delete something? That's weird. It's noted that Epstein founded the Jeffrey Epstein Foundation in 2000 to fund and support cutting-edge science around the world. That's the eugenics thing I was talking about. He literally wanted to create a master race. Jeffrey Epstein, evil beyond comprehension. That's like what the Nazis wanted to do. So this is the biography. So when they on their Edge thing, they said these are the billionaires that are going to be there, and this was Epstein's biography that they later took down, like they didn't know who he was. The biography then states that Epstein has an active role in supporting education across the United States, as well as philanthropy in the United States Virgin Islands, where the foundation is based. So many of these foundations, and we know this with Epstein, their foundations are fake. Like the Clinton Foundation is used just to sell weapons and export kids from Haiti and all that stuff. This was Epstein's foundations out of the Virgin Islands. That horrific island, again, that I show drone footage from in my Epstein playlist. Go back and watch it. I show drone footage of that island. It is the creepiest thing you've ever seen. There's this weird, looks like some kind of ritual. There's no things you would think you would normally see on a rich person's island. Oh, you'd see tennis courts and a swimming pool and, beach volleyball, toys for rich people to have. No, you see creepy, weird things. That's where the foundation was. Oh, it's a foundation out of the Virgin Islands. Trying to tell me Bill Gates didn't know. The people at the Edge Foundation didn't know about this. Here's from Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Well, this isn't a whole endorsement of all of his beliefs, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He brings up some good points on stuff. There's some stuff I don't agree with him on. So this isn't like, yay, Bobby Jr., love him. 100%. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just showing you this tweet. Public health advocates around the world accuse Gates of steering WHO, World Health Organization's agenda away from projects proven to curb infectious diseases, clean water, hygiene, nutrition, economic development, and serves Gates' philosophy that good health only comes in a syringe. Gates' globalist vaccine agenda, a win-win for pharma and mandatory vaccines. Vaccines for Bill Gates are a strategic philanthropy that feed his many vaccine-related businesses. And I showed you in another video about Bill Gates and Epstein that we got some stuff from Whitney Webb on. It's also on my Epstein playlist. Watch that video, because that goes into all this stuff. He talks about how he wants to reduce the population. That's what he's steering the World Health Organization away from projects proven to cure infectious diseases, clean water and hygiene and nutrition, and economic development. He even says there's a quote. The way to reduce the population is everybody gets a vaccine. I didn't say it. Bill Gates said it. Oh, let's not forget this photo. One of their many meetings. And he said he only met Epstein as early as 2011. That's a lie. They met in the late 90s. This is the head of J.P. Morgan. This is the former Secretary of Treasury. This is Epstein, Bill Gates. This guy Later, he worked at the Bill and Melinda Foundation, who then was the executor of Epstein's will. What a wacky coincidence. A high government official, a bank CEO, a known pedophile, the former head of Microsoft, who's a big vaccine guy, and this guy from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation was the executor of his will. So when he hung himself with a paper t-shirt in prison, and weird, the camera footage just happened to walk away on its own. Camera footage does that. A lot of times video footage, hard drives can actually grow legs and walk out. It's proven, look it up. It's gotta be a YouTube channel, isn't it? This weird little group over here. We're supposed to believe this guy's gonna help the company. He's gonna show up with some cure for COVID. Watch out, here it comes. Everybody's gotta take it. I'm not an anti-vaxxer, I'm not that. But that I can't trust because of all of this and everything I just showed you. Are they talking about this? Is Anderson Cooper doing a story on this? Did Rachel Maddow cover this story already? Is that why you're not? Is it because they've already, Wolf Blitzer did this whole story already? ABC's covered this already? You remember ABC when they did an interview with Virginia Roberts 2 years ago all about Prince Andrew, and the CEO of ABC killed it because they said we're going to lose access to the royal family? No one's shutting me down. If YouTube deplatforms me, I'm going to go to Rockfin. That's what's going to happen. I'm not stopping to talk about this. I said I won't stop. I'm not stopping. And now that Bill Gates is on the scene in the middle of a pandemic, I'm starting to ask some more questions. And so should you. The truth is in the money, the numbers. Follow the money. What do I tell you? There's money to be made in the middle of a pandemic. The rich, the ruling class, this awful billionaire pedophile ruling class, they're looking, the 7.5 billion people, it's too many people. That's what's happening. Watch out. That's why I'm telling you the truth. Can't get it anywhere else. Support the show in making Gotham great again. And shave your knuckles for justice. Well, folks, that's this evening's program. What's up? If some of you just got here late, remember 509 likes. That's awesome. I will put that clip I just showed. I did 3 or 4 clips tonight. I will drop all of those tomorrow as individual clips that you can watch. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm multi-purposing the content. So yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. Well, we've been doing it a little over 2 hours. Hey, Mares, boom. Shave your knuckles for justice. Is the Milwaukee show a show you'll reschedule? Can you bring it to Iowa instead? Yes, hey, Mares, we are going to reschedule. We're going to reschedule every show. We're not going to cancel a show. We're going to reschedule it one way or another. We're not going to move it to Iowa. We'll keep it in that city. Hopefully the same venue. Don't know about that, but we will not cancel a show. We will just reschedule it. Even if it means pushing it all the way to 2021, we will come back whenever we're allowed to. That's a promise I can make you. When, I cannot guarantee. None of us know any of that. Like, I don't know. So, but we'll be back. And maybe we'll come back to Iowa as a separate show, Maris. Come on. You might have to just come to a bigger city, but we'll be back. Annabelle Corley, what's up? Asking for a friend. Are vegan guns in America used to shoot vegetables? Boom. My vegan guns are used to shoot love bombs into the hearts of the woken. I don't know what that was. A horrible sentence. The hearts of the woken. I don't know what that meant. Sam Dean, shave your knuckles for justice. There you have it. Graham wears Victoria's Secret. None of your business when I got underneath this, Sam. I don't wear them anymore. Or I'm not buying any new ones. Maybe I'm wearing a lace thing with garters right now. You don't know. Maybe that's what I need, Sam, to feel comfortable to do this show. All right. Let's do a song, kids. Let's do a song. 518 likes. Fun show today, everybody. Garters are cool. Graham going, it is or not? Thong has a different meaning in Australia. Well, of course it does. Australian, it's a thongarindo, got a regular gal, whatever. You guys got a crazy name for it. Thong means something else. And go to sweaters. All right. Bum, bum, bum. Oh. I know what song I want to sing. I think you guys need a flock of seagulls is what you need tonight. I use Grammarly and I love it. Well, this is a long intro. Come on. Oh, here it is. Remember Flock of Seagulls had the big crazy hair and he's on that piano? God, a lot of music. Let's start singing, fellas. Come on. Okay. I walk along the avenue. I never thought I'd meet a girl like you. Meet a girl like you. With hair and tawny eyes. The kind of eyes that hit me through. You hypnotize me through. And I ran. I ran so far away. And I ran. I ran all night and day. I couldn't get away. A cliff appears above your head. A beam of light shining down on you. Like a phaser beam set on stun for my heart, for you. The cloud is moving nearer still. Aurora Borealis. I've flown through that. Aurora comes in view. And I ran. I ran so far away. And I ran all night and day. I couldn't get away. Reach out a hand to touch your face. You're slowly disappearing from my view. Appearing from my view. Reached out a hand to try again. I'm floating in a beam of light. Beam me up, Scotty. Beam me up a beam of light with you. And I ran. I ran so far away. I just ran. I ran all night and day. And I ran. I just ran so far away. I just ran. I couldn't get away. Con, like a poor marksman, you keep missing the target. Ladies and gentlemen, that's tonight's show. Thank you so much. I want to tell you this. I put the full karaoke songs on Patreon and Rockfin. If you want to watch me sing those, and they're with the music. I can't put the music on. You get to see the whole thing if you're a $5 and up. It's got a bit of an apocalypse by now. This is definitely starting to cover. We gotta put him down. Oh, well, maybe I'm wearing Victoria's Secret under these clothes, like Sam said. You don't know. You'll never know. Darien 2020. Hey guys, thoughts and votes. I don't really know how to register, but if I did, I totally would. So don't forget to vote or whatever it's called or whatever. So thank you guys for voting, I think. But total thoughts and votes and soap your hands and thoughts and soaps. Great show today, everybody. I will live stream again tomorrow. I'll announce the time on the Twitter. You're all making Gotham great again. Remember, you're not alone. We're all in this together. And you are shaving your knuckles for justice. Together, we will make Gotham great again.